I have been receiving requests since I started my I Tried It series to do this specific side hustle that I'm doing in this video. I can tell you right now, I've done a ton of research on this one. I've started it up myself, and this video is going to be packed full with behind the scenes information that you may not hear in all those other videos that you're watching. Yes, it is true, people are making thousands of dollars a month selling blank books on Amazon, but there's some missing information out there, and my goal in this video is to kind of fill in some of those missing blank spaces and to answer some of those behind the scenes questions that you may be having before starting this specific side hustle. There are two major important things that I've learned and that I'm going to really be focusing in on in this video, and that is product research and also product design. So the very first thing that I had to do in order to get started with this one is to sign up with two accounts. The first one is a BookBolt account and the second one is an Amazon KDP account. In total, it took me roughly 10 minutes to sign up with both of these accounts. I don't have anything negative to report about this. It was super easy, simple, and didn't take much time at all. Now, the second step that I learned to be crucial and vital whenever trying this out was to not jump right in and start creating books like a lot of these videos tell you to do, but to step back and do a little bit of product research on the BookBolt software in order to know what is the best thing to sell on Amazon right now. I'm going to show you exactly what I did so that if you want to do this as well, you know exactly what to do for yourself. Two things I want to point out here on BookBolt that was really helpful for me are the live calls. They're over here up on the top right. You can find those. Those live calls are filled with questions and answers of other individuals who are also doing this and making money from doing this. And so if you cannot join the live calls, they're recorded and then they're put up here on the BookBolt website. So you are able to go in, watch those, and have a lot of your questions answered. The second helpful tab is over here on the left, and where it says tutorials, this has everything that I needed to learn about the BookBolt software, how to create these books, how to do the product research, all of that. So all of that information and learning that you need to do is here on BookBolt. I found that really useful, and so I definitely wanted to mention those two things for any of you out there who may want to try this for yourself. Now, to start out with the product research, the tab you want to click on is here where it says products. This is where I started my research on the product, and this is where you're going to want to research the book ideas you have. So for example, if you want to do a notebook, which is like a blank book, select notebook over here, which is what I did initially. And then on the left, I needed to input the keywords for ideas I had. So think about a notebook you may want to create and input a relevant keyword on this side, and then it's going to give you some results that are currently on Amazon for you to get some ideas. For me, my son's starting kindergarten in the fall, and so I'd been researching ideas for gifts for kindergarten teachers. So I knew that that was kind of in the back of my mind, that something recent that I had been searching for. So that's what I input, was kindergarten teacher notebook. And this search really provided a lot of really helpful information about other people who are selling books to this audience, how many sales they have, how many reviews they have, what their titles are like, and then also what do their books look like, so you know kind of what you're competing with. This one right here has 410 estimated sales. Over on the right, it's giving related keywords for your products. So funny, kindergarten teacher, teacher kindergarten, all of this is extremely helpful for when you are going in and creating your product. I went over to the keywords tab and I input some of those relevant keywords to kind of see what's being searched on Amazon so that I know what to include in my title and my description, and also to kind of give me a gauge on how good of an idea this book is. So after doing my research on those couple of things, I did decide on going with the kindergarten teacher notebook because I found it didn't have a ton of competition, but the search volume was relatively high. Now I'm into the step where you go in and actually create the notebook. So in the BookBolt Studio, where you select create, you're going to be prompted to create a new project that you're going to have to name, and then you're going to choose whether you want paperback or hardback. The most standard is paperback, and I've already created two paperbacks and they're already published. So for this, I'm going to go with the hardback cover, and I do suggest keeping the size fixed on the 6x9, which will be your standard smaller notebook size. And then I also suggest leaving it on the bleed. Anywhere from 100 to 150 pages would be good for a notebook. I would honestly say that this part is one of the easier parts because of the BookBolt software making it really easy to create that notebook, the cover and the inside of the notebook. Right here, once you click on this little image, they have copyright free options for you to go in and choose a cover for your notebook. So let's say you're going to be creating a simple notebook just for example. All you need to do is choose a cover for that notebook by typing in something relevant according to what you want your cover cover to look like. So I sort of want to go with something that is vibrant, colorful, so I just typed in orange. I'm scrolling down here. I really love this one right here that's kind of like a paint texture, so I'm just going to select it, and then all you have to do is scale it to fit the book cover. Next, in order to put the words on the front of the book, I'm just selecting this tab here, and then heading, it automatically will put those words on the front of the book, and then you're just going to need to go in and edit it. So you can switch up the font, the color. For example purposes, I'm just going to use the simple word of notebook. I also want to point out that over here under effects, you can kind of switch up the effects on the notebook. So the lettering, adding a drop shadow to it, making it look more 3D. And then you can also change the color of the shadow, things like that, and you would do that under effects. Now, after you're done there, I also want to point out that you should always ensure that your lettering is away from the edges, because I did run into making it a little bit too close to the edges, and I had to go in and edit it a couple of times. Now all I had to do was go in and add that inside of the notebook. In order to do that, you're just going to go over here under the templates button here. I'm selecting this simple line pattern, select all, unselect the cover, hit next, and then just select submit, and that's going to add it to every single page of the notebook. And then from there, all you're going to need to do is go up here on the left and just download the entire project onto your computer. That took me about 20 minutes in total to complete that entire book. Now keep in mind, I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, so I have the hang of it. For you, it may take just a little bit longer in the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, it's going to be super simple for you as well, and it's not going to take that much time. Now after I created those books initially, the only thing I had to do then was to upload them onto Amazon KDP. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough of me uploading this specific one onto Amazon KDP and some things to look out for that I've learned. One of the main things I want to point out is your title. Now, when you're creating your title, it is smart to use keywords, but it is not smart to overdo it, to jam pack your title with just random keywords, because Amazon will kick that back and tell you you need to redo this. If you're using repetitive words, if you're just using a ton of keywords in your title, Amazon doesn't like that. They think it looks a little spammy, so you are going to want to watch out for that. As you can see right here, I'm keeping this title really simple. I did add a couple of keywords, but that's about it. And then for the description, do not go in and copy somebody else's description. You will get banned from Amazon, okay? They do review these books before they publish them, so you're going to want to go in, spend 5 minutes, and write a description yourself. Now you can go into BookBolt and look at an example of what other people were saying in their descriptions. However, you are going to want to go in and actually write your description. I do recommend adding in information about the book. So is it a hardcover, a soft cover? How many pages does it have? What colors does it feature? And who is the ideal customer for it? Go ahead and utilize some of those things for your description, and then also input some of those keywords that you found. When you're uploading the interior of your book, it's going to be right here. This is what the file looks like on your computer from BookBolt for the interior. And then whenever you go to upload your cover, you're going to select this. And then this is what the file on your computer will look like from BookBolt for your cover. So that's what you're going to input there. That did confuse me at first. I did take up some time trying to actually figure out what was what needed to go where. So I definitely wanted to point that out to save you all some time. After that, you're going to need to go in and preview it. Make sure everything is lining up really nicely. Again, make sure your title is away from the edges so it doesn't get cut off. And then after that, you're ready to submit it for preview. Now do give them 24 to 48 hours. That's about how long it took for them to get back with me on some feedback of things I needed to change. And then after I change those things, hopefully you don't run into that because I've given you these pointers in this video, then they will publish your book and you're going to have published books on Amazon. This is what my bookshelf currently looks like. I do have 2 published books and 1 is pending. Now on to my earnings. I currently sold 1 copy that I did not buy. I was super shocked to have sold this. This was really cool for me to see that I've sold 1. It has been about a week and a half, and I have found that I really enjoy doing this. So this is what I'm going to keep up with, just like my Etsy, and I am going to post update videos on this, on how many books I've sold and where I'm at in the next month or 2. Now I have a challenge for all of my subscribers out there. I do get comments of people stating a lot, hey, stop showing us what doesn't work and start showing us what does work. Now I do show you all what does work, and I have in several videos found things that do work. This is one that I believe will work as long as you do your proper product research and nice product design. I want to challenge all of you out there who are searching for side hustles and ways to make money. I want to challenge you to stop searching and to start doing, okay? This is one that I've highly researched. I know that works, and I want to challenge you, if you're still looking, maybe choose one, start on it, and start inputting that time and dedication to make something actually work so that you can start producing that income on the side. Since I've mentioned BookBolt so much in this video, I did reach out to them and they were kind enough to give me a discount code for any of you out there looking to get started. So if you decide to get started with this with me, I want you to use my coupon code. It's going to give you a discount right here, also linked in the description box down below. So don't forget to use that so that you can get your discount. As always, if you have any questions after watching this, again, please drop it in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.